if your greatest hero became your worst nightmare? What if the man who vowed to protect turned into the very thing he swore to fight? Imagine a Batman who's not a savior, but a conqueror, a monster, or worse, the embodiment of chaos itself. Dot across the multiverse, there are worlds where Bruce Wayne doesn't rise as a hero, but falls into darkness. Today, we're exploring 6 versions of Batman who broke bad in ways you've never imagined. Let's dive into the madness. Picture a world where Batman doesn't stop at protecting Gotham. Instead, he conquers it. That's the story of Omega, a Bruce Wayne from a post-apocalyptic future who turns his entire world into his kingdom. Armed with an upgraded, fearsome batsuit and no hesitation to kill, Omega rules his Earth with an iron fist. This isn't about justice anymore. It's about domination. What makes Omega terrifying isn't just his physical power, but his complete lack of humanity. This is a Batman who once fought alongside heroes, only to destroy them when they opposed him. Superpowered friends? Gone. Former allies? Eliminated. His vision of peace is one where no one is left to challenge him, and his obsession with the anti-life equation pushes him further into madness. Omega shows us what happens when the world's greatest detective abandons his moral compass. It's Bruce Wayne at his absolute worst, a conqueror without compassion, a ruler without restraint, and a tyrant who sees the world not as something to protect, but as something to control. But if you think Omega's story is chilling, just wait. Things only get darker when Batman gains the power of the Speed Force. Next, we move to Earth -52, where Bruce Wayne faces a crushing failure. Gotham falls, and he loses every Robin he's ever trained. Broken and desperate, Bruce decides he needs more power. Power to ensure he never loses again. And who better to provide that than the Flash? In a dark twist, Bruce kidnaps Barry Allen and forces him to merge their bodies using the Speed Force. The result? Red Death, a horrifying fusion of Batman's intellect and the Flash's super speed. But this isn't a partnership, it's a battle. Barry's consciousness is trapped inside their shared mind, desperately trying to resist Bruce's control. What makes Red Death so chilling is his relentless pursuit of his corrupted vision of justice. This Batman doesn't just chase criminals, he runs them down, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. And as he invades the dark multiverse, his speed becomes a weapon of chaos, a nightmare that no one can outrun. Red Death is what happens when desperation and power collide, creating a force that tears through everything in its path. But speed isn't the only weapon Batman has used to his advantage. On Earth -12, he takes on the power of a god, and the results are nothing short of devastating. On Earth -12, Batman's war on crime takes him to a place no mortal should ever go. When the god of war, Ares, unleashes chaos with a powerful helmet, Bruce steps up to end the destruction. But instead of stopping with Ares' defeat, Batman puts on the helmet himself, gaining the power of a god and losing his humanity in the process. The Merciless isn't just a name, it's a transformation. With the helmet amplifying his darkest instincts, Bruce becomes a warrior driven solely by power, compassion, love, mercy. All the traits that once defined him are burned away. He even kills Wonder Woman, the person he loved most, because nothing can stand in the way of his newfound strength. From there, the Merciless wages an unending war, not just on Earth, but across the multiverse. He slaughters gods, crushes armies, and spreads his reign of terror through the dark nights. This isn't Batman as a hero or even a man. This is Batman as a god of destruction, a force that answers to no one and stops for nothing. As terrifying as a godlike Batman may be, the story of Flashpoint Batman brings us closer to home, with a tale of loss, vengeance, and a father's twisted love. Sometimes the worst villains are born from the best intentions. In the Flashpoint timeline, it's not Bruce Wayne who becomes Batman, it's his father, Thomas. When Bruce is killed in that infamous alley, Thomas takes up the mantle, but his version of Batman is far more brutal. Thomas Wayne's Batman uses guns. He kills without hesitation. His war on crime isn't about hope or redemption, it's about vengeance. And while his methods are horrifying, they come from a place of heartbreak, a father trying to avenge the son he lost. But the tragedy doesn't stop there. When the Flashpoint timeline is supposed to collapse, Thomas is left stranded in the main continuity, forced to confront the son he thought he'd lost. Watching Bruce live as Batman breaks him, Thomas tries to convince his son to give up the cowl to live a peaceful life, but his methods are anything but peaceful. Flashpoint Batman is a villain, yes, but he's also a father, trapped in a nightmare of his own making. If that wasn't unsettling enough, imagine a Batman who abandons sanity itself and embraces pure chaos. If you've ever wondered what would happen if Batman became the Joker, meet the Batman who laughs. In one horrifying reality, Bruce Wayne kills the Joker only to be exposed to a toxin that turns him into a twisted fusion of the two. The result? A mind as brilliant as Batman's and as chaotic as the Joker's. The Batman who laughs doesn't just kill his allies, he enslaves them. He transforms his Robins into reanimated monsters, grotesque symbols of his cruelty. He doesn't just break the rules, he obliterates them, spreading insanity and destruction across the multiverse. What makes him so terrifying isn't just his his actions, but his philosophy. He believes chaos is the natural state of the universe, and he's determined to bring it to every corner of existence. The Batman who laughs isn't just a villain. He's a force of pure, unrelenting evil, a nightmare from which there's no escape. Finally, we come to the Devastator, a Batman who sacrifices everything, even his humanity, to stop an unstoppable foe. On Earth -1, Superman turns evil, forcing Bruce to make a horrifying choice: inject himself with Doomsday's DNA or let the world fall. He chooses the serum, transforming into the Devastator, a creature of unimaginable strength and brutality. This Batman isn't a man anymore. He's a force of destruction, a being driven by rage and instinct. The Devastator spreads a virus that turns others into Doomsday-like monsters, infecting entire populations in his quest to stop evil. But in doing so, he loses everything that made him Bruce Wayne. The tragedy of the Devastator is that his transformation was meant to save the world, but it ended up destroying it. This isn't just Batman at his strongest, it's Batman at his most tragic, a hero who gave up his humanity to fight evil and became a monster in the process. So there you have it, 6 versions of Batman you'll never forget, each darker than the last. Which one haunts your thoughts the most? Let us know in the comments. And remember, darkness doesn't always come from the outside, sometimes it's born within.